In truth, I cannot tell how much time has passed since I sent that letter.
I could say the same thing about this LP. Hey, welcome back, everybody.
Is that like the third time you gotten that upgrade?
No, that's a leftover from the last time we did it. It still keeps it up there as sort of a reminder.
Oh, okay.
So we're doing a bit of a backlog because A, I don't exactly have all the accessories in order to do all the alternate builds I planned. And B, we're kind of in a trudge to get to the next round of bosses, but I forgot what I was gonna say real quick. But right now we are done with all the novice dungeons. We've done every novice boss, so now we're in the, what are they called? Veteran modes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're in the veteran modes of the game, and honestly, I feel like this is where Darkest Dungeon shines. Because things get a lot harder, you hit a lot harder, you get more interesting and exotic accessories. There's just a lot going on now that the kid gloves are off, and it feels really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And last time we also got a really neat looking scroll that I'm gonna show off.
Thank God.
To elaborate, the occult scroll, I believe it's called the occult scroll. Profane scroll, thank you. It does a lot of weird things. And the most interesting part is that you get both protection 10% and heal 15% if you're in row 2. And then in general, it adds stronger debuffs and I think just more damage in general. So in many ways, it gives you an offensive occultist, offensive vestal.
Should really cure all these diseases at some point.
Yeah, somebody in the forums was like, lol, Wang isn't curing diseases, that's gonna bite him in the ass, and I do that across these recordings. It's just that I don't have enough statues to get the 3rd ward unlocked. I want it.
Yeah, but you also want money, don't you?
Yeah. 2 of these runs are gonna be, antiquarian runs, because I do need to kind of pick myself up. But now, on to mission pick logic. Now that we've shown off all the bosses, my current mindset is, I want to get cool shit. And, pickings are kind of slim here. Right now I'm torn between the speed cloak and the sun cloak. For this video, I decided on the sun cloak because it's me, so naturally.
Yeah, your playstyle would benefit more from the sun cloak, definitely. Okay, so are we actually going to equip the profane scroll before we?
Eventually. I like to get my team ready before I commit to any equipment. And as usual, I'm always so indecisive of who I want to pick because we got so many good candidates. And I feel so bad because we're at the point in the game where it's hard to train up new recruits and Kaboom Dragon's just sitting at the bar, drunk.
I don't feel bad for him at all. I mean, he's got the best damn deal in this fucking hamlet.
All they just have to do is sit here and look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, though, that's about all I could possibly upgrade at this point. My money's kind of spread thin. And I haven't equipped our accessories yet. That's odd.
You're gonna forget, aren't you?
Now, why would you say that, Shitlin? I am a very professional and...
You're in the provision screen. You're ready to leave. Oh, please don't hit that button. Please don't hit that button. Okay, thank God.
Yeah, at this point I was like, wait a minute, I'm forgetting something. Right! Wouldn't it have been funny if I hit that button by mistake? That would be a great way to hallmark this LP.
Yeah.
Though, in retrospect, I recorded these 3 days ago, but even in retrospect, having an occultist scroll and or a profane scroll and the box is a little, risky, because that's 25% stress damage.
Oh yeah. Live on the edge. Live large.
Hanging on to the edge of tomorrow.
Exactly.
We also...
Oh, fuck, that's a Sonic reference.
Yeah, it's still a good line, though.
Yeah.
Though, we got the survival guide in one of the past episodes, and that's a really good accessory, just in general. Like, if you don't have any accessories that are specifically catered to your allies, just throw the survival guide on them, and they'll be useful.
Our land is remote and unneighbored. Every lost resource must be recovered.
So this is kind of the inverse of the Purify mission. Instead of bringing medicine to these curios to purify them, we have to seek out curios and grab stuff from them for our town. And I got a really good accessory.
Have we never done a collection mission?
No, this is our first one. Also, fuck.
Good.
What a great way to demonstrate our new build. What a great way to demonstrate this.
I kind of wish Blind Fire actually moved the Arbalest back as well.
That would be good, but also a little powerful.
Well, I mean, it's just, it would fall more in line with the skills the enemies have when they get pulled to the front lines.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, the thing about Darkest Dungeon is that everything is terrible and your heroes are stupid.
That is true.
They can't possibly look at the enemy and think, yeah, I should try that.
Yeah, so, on veteran dungeons, these, mushroom guys actually poison on an attack, so that's something I actually forgot about. It's horrible, and I hate it.
Terribly sorry about that. I should get a lock for my door. Anyways, what were you wondering? What were you saying, Chitlin?
Just the mushroom guys now poison on attack.
Yeah, this is something we learned on one of the earlier veteran mode missions.
Did we?
Yeah, it was a side note when we mentioned it before, but yes. Now everybody has a little extra side bit to their attacks now to make them even more threatening. Now here's why you use the Profane Scroll. Hand of Light is really fucking good. It is a hex that it is one of the Vestal's strongest attacks at only a negative 25% damage penalty, and it infers negative 25 damage on a target along with less dodge. Basically, if you have a rank 2 Vestal with the Profane Scroll, physical attackers aren't going to get anything through. I don't like this madman.
Light his ass. Why did you blade him?
I should have, yeah, but I felt like at that instance it was like it's not gonna kill him outright, so I'll just belay that for now in order to get the poison off on Selnar, because that
The fiend falls.
the poison does stack up when two enemies could just constantly throw 3 damage DOTs on you. Which is why the Plague Doctor is really good when you go to the Weald. Weald and Warrens, because you just really want to get that blight off, no questions asked.
I mean, I'm just really waiting until we see my friend in the cove.
Oh yeah! The man who punches your neck.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I got really lucky on that quick draw, 50-50 chance, and I nailed it. Yeah, the beauty about debuffs is that they stack, and while that Hand of Light was kind of a futile endeavor, it shows that once you get a stack going, you could get negative 75 damage on a target, which basically makes them not a threat at all. The only goofy thing about this build is that by using a rank 2 Vestal, you don't have a power healer unless you have an Occultist or another Vestal.
Look at your health, you do not need it.
I know, it's just something that bears mentioning. Because when you use the rank 2 Vestal, even though her heals affect everyone, they're gonna be at most 5. So if you say get hit by a 20 damage critical hit, and you don't have backup healing, that could be a problem.
Okay, counterpoint.
Look
There's
at my
no
health.
attack in the game that will kill you outright.
Yes.
And you always have a chance to get someone off death's door and keep them in the fight.
Maintain the
You
offensive.
do not need to keep everyone topped off. By the way, I noticed you
As
brought
victories
2 extra
mount,
healers.
So too will resistance.
I'm beginning to not use the Arbalest like a healer, because ever since the pirate fight, I've been like, shit, this person's good. So man, that's a beautiful looking hallway.
Well,
Alright. I'd like to play the video game.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
Now, I was a little excited here. I'm like, what the hell is that doing here? Oh, it's the objective.
yeah.
Because there's another curio that looks a lot like that and gives you really good stuff.
Which one is that?
It's the Ancestors bag. It could give you...
Oh, okay, yeah.
I believe it could give you any of the heads, any of the boxes, or some of the Ancestors gear. I don't know if it could give you the regular red tier gear or not. Because I know there...
I do not know.
Because I know there's a very rare tier, which is red, and then there's a darkest gear, which is also red. That was okay, I guess. Could have been better.
Well, I'm really glad you took the citrine and the jade that you're gonna throw away.
I mean, yeah, might as well, even though I am most assuredly gonna toss them. For some food!
Thank God.
I should have dropped the 5 stack of food.
Mind that such missteps
Yeah, this
are the
is
exception.
steadily becoming a problem. This dungeon doesn't like Shonkel. Because we just started and they're already at
The light.
little over
promise of
80%
safety.
stress. That's not good. It also doesn't help that this team doesn't have any stress healers. There we go. See, we made use of the 5 stack of food.
Yeah, I'm surprised you just throw it away.
So, I believe we saw this in the previous video, but I'd like to reiterate. The, crones are awful to fight.
Really? I kind of like them.
They exist to act as like the enemy's occultists, where they debuff you, they cause a lot of stress damage, and they have an insane amount of dodge.
Yeah, they're great.
I hate them. Because I'll just try to like, okay, I gotta get rid of them first of all, so I'm gonna take a lot of stress damage, then I miss 3 attacks, and life is awful. See, that's how you remove actions from the fight. If you don't want someone to act, stun them before they could act. Which sounds simple enough, but if that battery managed to, you know, get a mark off, we would have a lot of problems.
I mean, you could always bring a signal flare with your Arbalest.
That is true, actually, because I could clear the mark, but actually no, Arbalists go really fast, so yeah, she could clear the mark in time. Something I never thought about, actually. Also, the good thing about using that stun is that it pushed the battery back, which puts the crone in very
Press this advantage.
opportune
Them no
points.
quarter.
Yeah, you could never hit her without the Arbalest.
Well, she did miss before, and those DOTs are stacking.
But it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We have 3 healers after all.
I'm still waiting on that 4 Vestal party, by the way.
I don't know if it's gonna happen until way later in the LP, just because of barracks limitations.
Oh no, I fully expect you to find a way around that.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. But right now, up until the end, I want to keep the LP quote-unquote honest. Because someone in a Discord was linking me to mods for Darkest Dungeon in the in various different means, and I just saw all of these mods and thought, wow, these look like shit.
There are not many good Darkest Dungeon mods yet.
I saw one that kind of had a good idea, but it also looked like they were taking the dark and edginess factor to a bit of a unneeded extreme. It also doesn't help that I don't like mods in general. I often feel like any mod that isn't cosmetic is just a cheat code.
What if they make the game harder?
Technically, it's a cheat code.
I mean, not really. It's more like an optional difficulty.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like it's hard to say. I just don't like mods because I just like having the pure developer-intended experience, which is why I wanted to create a comedy mod.
Clearly.
I really do wish I could use the rank 2 Vestal quicker, because man, it's such a good Vestal. It doesn't sacrifice any of the healing potential, and it gives you a lot more options.
Mm-hmm.
It makes her slightly tanky, it makes her attack heavy. It's just so good, and yet there's a very rare chance that you will not get that item. Because in my personal file, I have means to unlock both different occultist and man-at-arms builds, but I do not have the profane scroll.
Well, it way back when I first bought the game in early access. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So way back when I first bought the game in early access, the first Vestal you get off the stagecoach actually came with like nothing but frontline skills. So I learned very quickly the value of a frontline Vestal. And given my own personal playstyle of never changing anyone's skills or giving them anything new, that worked out really well for me. I got to learn all about fun builds.
I just kind of experimented because I saw all these accessories. I'm like, what's the point of this? Is it really that good? And the answer is yes. If an accessory looks weird and offers a different playstyle, it's good.
Mm-hmm. The only one of those I really can't, I don't know, recommend is like the rank 4 man-at-arms thing.
It's meant to play a support role for the man-at-arms and actually force him to be a tank, because what you're supposed to do is, you're supposed to use his protect skill to protect someone, and then my Vestal decides that...
And then just buff everyone up, yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting take. It's like it's a more tanky Jester in some ways. Huh. Apparently the 4th of July is here in October.
Huh. Man, California's strange.
I know, right? But yeah, the fact that the Vestal decided, hey, I'm not gonna, protect our camp, really frustrating.
It's fine.
I don't like it. I like dealing in absolutes.
Why did you even bother using the cure?
Because I don't want to deal with it. There's enemies could still cause diseases here. And I had to have way too many diseases, so I just wanted to be safe. Plus I had an extra time unit, so why the fuck not? I couldn't do anything else with it.
Well, I mean, is there, like, the cure, that's what we're looking for. The cure doesn't come with disease resist, does it?
It gives you 35% disease resist for 4 combat instances.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
And even then, it's still, I have an extra time unit, it's something to do.
Yeah.
This game, for being called Darkest Dungeon, this game's giving me a lot of torches.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
And yes, I'm going to be doing bright runs for a bit, just because right now I have my primary healer afflicted with a mental disease, so we're gonna keep this relatively safe. Because I believe paranoid is one of the afflictions that causes others to be stressed out.
Pretty sure all of them do that.
Well, I should say this one has more of a propensity to do so. Which is one of the main reasons why when somebody gets afflicted, it tends to snowball into more complications. Trying to decide what to do here, because, both ways don't look great. And here are the gargoyles. I don't like them.
Thank God, we finally saw them.
Grievous injury.
Gargoyles are weird. They don't do a lot of damage, but they have a high crit rate. However, their most threatening thing is that they can stun anyone from anywhere. You get back up there. No, don't do that.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Yeah, they have a really high crit rate. Also, Lash of the Tail is a knockback. It also doesn't help that they have rather high protection. Not as high as the, Actually, no, it is higher than the Ghoul, because the Ghoul has 40, while the Gargoyles have 50.
Yeah, but they also have such a small amount of health, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, and that's why I like them. If you're gonna have a high pro enemy, you should lower their HP so it doesn't become a fucking slog.
But at the same time, if you lower it too much, you ruin the entire point of protection.
Yeah. It's a very delicate balance, but, like, a lot of people nowadays have been saying, I don't like this logic of increasing numbers, increasing HP, increasing defense. That doesn't make a difficult fight, that makes a boring fight.
Yeah.
I like what Darkest Dungeon does in difficulty some ways, because when you upgrade to a difficulty, you see new things. Like right here, even though we've seen the Ghoul already, it's a new thing. It's something new you have to learn, and that's where difficulty comes from. It comes from seeing a new experience and reacting to it and learning how to defeat it properly. If you just say, oh, you're going up in difficulty, we'll just increase numbers, you're not making players learn, you're just wasting their fucking time. Which is ironic.
That kind of reminds me of like the shooter mentality of difficulty, where like you don't give them more enemies to overcome. You just sort of turn everyone into a bullet sponge, and that really sucks.
Yeah. Now, an interesting note is the idea of more enemies, because more enemies does add an interesting dynamic to difficulty, but you can go overkill.
Oh yeah. I mean, something like that would work in like a Serious Sam or Painkiller type game, or Doom or something like that.
Yeah, but not in an RPG like, say, Hand of Fate. Yes, I'm still bitter about that. Man, our dialogue is just proving that this team is not fit to fight protection enemies.
I mean, your Vestal really isn't stressing everyone out like I thought she would.
Yeah, she's been more about, you know, trying to get away from threats, which is good. Also, there's the mace move. It's kind of worth it, it's nice, but the Vestal's base damage is not great, just in general. Good move to use, though, when you're just like, let's fucking finish this. Food.
Oh damn, we're down to 1 stack. What will we do?
I need food, Shitlin. I need to have
no, you don't.
3 stacks at all times.
Oh my fucking god.
An interesting note, I believe the Vestal was full, but it didn't say anything because it was a situation of it's not in your inventory, so technically it doesn't want to say the full prompt. And we're done, but I could do with more treasure. Cause
yeah, you could throw away one of those stacks of food and get a stack of gold.
Nah.
You could throw away your torches.
I could actually.
You could throw away that key.
I do keep the key up to a point when I realize that it's futile, but until then I hold on to that thin ray of hope. which is foolish given where we are.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the main reason why I'm seeking to treasure hunt more is because I believe you mentioned it, and the thread also did mention it. I haven't been focusing on getting heirlooms, and that's coming back to bite me because I have not upgraded the guild, which uses photos, which is the rarest accessory and hardest to get because they come in stacks of 3, because that's stupid. And your skills are directly related to accuracy. So if I keep missing, that is purely by the fact of I have not upgraded my guild. Your weapons don't determine accuracy, the capacity of your heroes does. Which, in a way, makes sense, but it puts me in a tight bind.
Well, I mean, how would getting a new base improve your ability to actually hit the enemy?
It's true, but my mindset usually is based on video game isms, where accuracy is directly related to a better weapon because it's better constructed, easier to swing, therefore you can hit easier with it.
I don't know any video game where that's the case.
I believe Diablo is one that does it, and a lot of
Diablo might come with like weapons that have accuracy modifiers on it, but the actual base accuracy chance, the thing that determines most of it, is based on your own character's dexterity. Yes, I love Diablo.
I know you do, that's why I brought it up. Wow. That's a high crit.
Nice.
Crits are really nice if you get a kill because the body's gone too, because for some odd reason, Selnar's mace vaporized a human corpse. Now the big issue here is that this guy has 60 HP. And funny how a while ago we were mentioning difficulty in terms of numbers. Also, I don't know why stress factors affect items, because we could just use the item again.
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
It's like
they in early access, they originally had it where if you tried to heal somebody and they refused to heal, then you would just lose that turn entirely, but they changed that.
Yeah,
so I don't know why they didn't do the same for the items.
Yeah, it is certainly an issue with difficulty there. Like, I think it's an oversight more than anything.
Yeah.
It feels like an oversight.
I mean, I guess it's because items themselves don't take a turn to use.
Yeah, items are a free action in this game.
Hmm.
Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because you try bandaging grievous wounds in a split second.
Yeah.
Hell, just try bandaging a cut with how fucking irritating it is to handle band-aids. Why am I not throwing the food? Why do I have 24 food? It really is baffling.
Yeah. You're telling me.
Oh yeah, so...
Open the goddamn chest!
No. Well, I gotta warn y'all, I don't know what happened here. I recorded with OBS, so maybe I fat-fingered a button, but, from here on out, up until, like, the first 5 minutes of the next video, my mic was on and I didn't realize it.
Oh, fucking hell.
We don't hear anything here, though sharp ears would have heard one thing. But, the beginning of the next video is kind of funny.
God.
I wouldn't say really funny, but it's just, like, you get to see a slight window of what I think when I play the game.
I hope it's just you complaining about not being able to take more torches.
I should fill all my inventory slots with torches. That way Selnar can move his slow ass. I really think he's cursed to be slow, because I spent good money removing that, and now he has that trait again. It's so bad. Too much effort, and I have a full inventory.
But there's treasure.
I know, but I don't have a means to get the treasure reliably.
Stave off infection and neutralize contagion.
Yeah, I can hear it here. I can hear myself breathing, and I hate it.
Oh God.
You ever just hear? It's so weird. I don't know what it is, but if I hear myself, I hate it. Which makes
yeah.
And I'm fully expecting comments to say, yeah, I hate hearing you two. See you folks next time where it's going to be a milk run.
No way to fucking psych it up.